I was interested in this because I grew up in a home with domestic violence. And so I really understood that there was a need for these types of services. There was a need to be able to reach out to people. When I was growing up, there weren't places like victim support services. There weren't places where you could reach out and people would help you and find ways to help you stay safe. It's also, how do you piece back together your life so that you can go forward and not just feel safe today or tomorrow, but safe in 3 weeks or 3 years, whatever, down the road. Throughout the year, we will serve hundreds and hundreds of people. We're a 24-hour-a-day operation, and we have a 24-hour crisis line, and so every day of every year, we are working with people. All of the clients that we work with are victims of some type of violent crime, and that can be domestic or sexual violence. Oftentimes, people have maybe nothing more than what they're wearing, and so we need to help find clothing for them. If we have children who are in school, they might not have been able to leave with their, homework or their school books or, their backpacks, those sorts of things. How are we going to have lunches the next day? Who's going to, fix food, and what food are they going to eat? Everything that you get up and use in the morning to get ready, deodorant, toothpaste, hairbrushes, all those types of things are things that our clients need. Quite a few years ago, we had a situation where Christmas time is a kind of a slow time for people to actually stay in the shelter. People don't want to break up their families before the holidays. And so on the 23rd of December, we had somebody come into the safe house, and I actually was going to be the staff member spending the night with the family in the safe house. And there was a boy in it was a boy and his mother, and the boy was about 12, 11, and his mom was in crisis and trying to talk to family and those sorts of things. So I just kept playing games with this boy and trying to keep him occupied and helping her, and anyway, we got through the night, and her family came to Kirksville to pick her up the next morning. And when he was leaving, he turned around and said to me, "Hey lady, thanks for keeping me safe last night." Several years ago, I was in Walmart, and this young man came up to me, and he said, "Do you remember me?" And I'm thinking, "Who are you? Who are you?" And I said, "I'm really sorry I can't place you." And he kind of laughed, and he said, "I didn't think you probably would. But my mom and I stayed in the safe house one time right before Christmas," and he said, "You were really nice to us, and you helped me play games, and played games with me and those sorts of things." And he said, "I realized then that there are people in the world who cared about me." And he said, "That really changed my whole life." And so that keeps you doing this work.